Hey, it's Theo, and thank you for joining me for my final review of the Lost City of Angoro for Rogue. If you've enjoyed my 1 minute review series, please leave a comment. I would really appreciate it. And if you've missed any of my reviews, there is a link to a playlist with all my reviews in the description. Now, let's get started with the very first card for Rogue, which is, of course, the 1 mana quest, Lie in Wait. Shuffle cards into your deck 5 times, and then reward this Master Dusk, which is a hero card for 5 mana and says Battlecry, summon 2/3/3 ninjas with stealth. Your ninjas now shuffle back into your deck when they die, and your hero power is way off the shelf for 1 mana. Draw 2 cards that didn't start in your deck. So you need to shuffle 5 different times. You can't just play Agency Espionage and instantly complete this. And yeah, if you look at the reward, yeah, it's pretty strong, right? Draw 2 cards that didn't start in your deck, and you pretty much always have 2 cards that didn't start in your deck with those ninjas. So that's a really strong hero power, just getting those ninjas every turn for 1 mana and then drawing 2 cards on top of it. Also means a card like Agency Espionage, right, gets a lot better. And the one big downside I'd say to this card is that you have to shuffle cards 5 different times, and yeah, there aren't that many good shuffle cards, but yeah, I think if you build your deck around it, you can actually do this pretty fast. So I think it's going to be strong, just strong hero card with like infinite 3/3s. So by giving this card 4 stars. And then one of those new cards that you can shuffle with is the Merchant of Legend, a 1 mana 1/2 Battlecry. Discover a legendary minion, shuffle the other 2 into your deck. So yeah, by itself it feels like not very strong, right? Discovering a legendary is not that great, especially in more like a tempo deck like Rogue. Often you don't really want that value, but it is a 1 mana card that helps you with the quest, so it really allows you to do that quest very fast. And yeah, I'm pretty sure that's something that you want with that Rogue quest, and I think it will see play in that. But I don't think it's going to be the strongest card because you'll be getting these legendaries. Now you have 3 legendaries of this one card, and that's a lot of value, a lot of mana you want to spend. And it can be kind of hard to spend that mana on top of all the other cards you want to be playing. So I don't think it's going to be great, but yeah, I think it will see play though in this Quest Rogue deck, so that's why I'll be giving it 2 stars. And the next card we have is Knockback, a 1 mana spell. Deal 1 damage to a minion, improved by each time you've shuffled cards into your deck. So just like the quest, it's each time, not every card. Otherwise, yeah, this would be, again, crazy powerful with all the shuffle cards. But each time, that means, yeah, if you've completed the quest, this will deal at least 6 damage. And yeah, that seems pretty strong for tempo. I mean, 1 mana kill a minion. It's a bit like the lighted birds. It's just a little bit weak in the beginning, but yeah, when you get those shuffle cards, this is a really strong tempo, which is exactly what you want in a shuffle deck. Because yeah, shuffling does cost mana. That doesn't impact the board immediately, but with a card like this, yeah, you can counteract that. So the main issue with this card is just like with the quest, is that there just aren't that many cards to shuffle. At least not until you get the quest done. So yeah, you only need to shuffle like 2-3 cards right before it comes really good. Just 1 mana deal 3, deal 4. That seems already solid, and then it only gets better from there. So yeah, I think it will be a good card. I'll be giving this 4 stars. Then another shuffle card we have is Interrogation, a 2 mana spell. Shuffle 3/3/3 ninjas with stealth into your deck that are summoned when drawn. So yeah, clearly this works very well with the quest, especially after it is done. You just get infinite ninjas, and yeah, that's pretty good, getting every turn basically 3/3s with stealth. The only downside of this card, and it's a pretty big downside, is that yeah, it doesn't do anything instantly. Of course, you can prep this for 0 mana, but yeah, the moment you play this, it does nothing on the board, and only after the quest it becomes really strong. But also, yeah, you need this card kind of right to make the quest work, because yeah, I think you have to play all these shuffle cards that we get here with Rogue. To make it work, you just need to, and this isn't the worst card, especially if you play it early on. It's not very likely you'll be drawing this card or these ninjas immediately for the tempo you need. So yeah, it's pretty weak, but yeah, I think it's still solid in the quest deck because you'll need to play it in that to make the quest work. So I'll be giving this card 3 stars. Then we have the Cultist map, a 2 mana shadow spell. Discover a card from your deck. If you play it this turn, also pick one of the others. Now, clearly, you can do this with the ninjas, right, and get those. But I think if you have this card, it's the second card you want to be picking, not the first, because I think with cast when drawn, it doesn't count as play, so you won't be able to pick another card. I believe that's how it works. But nonetheless, though, this card is really good. It's 2 mana draw 2. You get to pick the first one, which is going to be cheap. Get another one, and works really well with cast when drawn. Yeah, just a really strong card overall. Not too much else to say about this. Just a perfect rogue card. Exactly what rogue wants to do. Cheap draw. You get to get those shuffle cards faster. Just a good rogue card, and I'll be giving this 4 stars. And then the last card we have for this quest package is Underbrush Tracker, a 7 mana 5/5 rush. Cost 1 less for each time you've shuffled cards into your deck. So this is another one of those cards that yeah, you want to make 0 mana while playing your deck, and usually they've been pretty good. So this one starts a little bit expensive, but it feels like with one of those shuffle decks, the quest decks, you're gonna be really focusing on shuffling very fast because that hero card from the quest is just so strong that yeah, that is your main focus. And I think in the beginning, and kind of just like the 1 mana spell, right? This is a great way to get tempo back after losing tempo because you played those shuffle cards. And yeah, just like the 1 mana card, I think this is going to be strong. I mean, just late game also, just even top decking a 0 mana 5/5, you won't mind in the late game, especially with all the draw you have. Just like this other card, it feels like, you know, kind of have to rate them all the same, because if this quest is gonna work, I think they're gonna be really strong and kind of similar power level. So I'll have to give this card 4 stars as well. Then we have Eyes in the Sky, a 2 mana 2/3 Battlecry. Look at 3 cards in your enemy's deck. Pick one to put on top. Yeah, so it's a 2 mana 2/3 that slightly makes your next opponent's draw worse, just only slightly. And yeah, is that really a card you want to be playing? Like, you're not denying your opponent to draw, just you make it average, right? Slightly worse, and yeah, that's it. And then you spend 2 mana on doing that, and just yeah, that just doesn't seem worth to be doing in Rogue, wasting your mana on something like this that yeah, doesn't advance your own game plan. Doesn't feel very roguelike, unless there's some extremely specific scenarios where you actually want to like mimicry the top deck, or you can somehow deny this top deck or get rid of it. I don't see this card being played at any point, so I'll be giving this card 1 star. And the next card we have is the Ambush Predators, a 3 mana shadow spell. Summon a 1/1 spitter with stealth and poisonous. Kindred, do it again. So this is basically a patient assassin, but for 3 mana, and if you played a shadow spell the previous turn, yeah, you get 2 of them. And yeah, patient assassin, not the greatest card of all time. And yeah, for 1 mana more, you get 2, but you still need to have that kindred. And yeah, while you do play a bunch of shadow spells as a rogue, it's still not always active. And yeah, all you get is 2 poisonous cards. Is this really what you want to be doing? Like, it might be okay in some matchups with some big minions, but it just dies to any sort of AoE. It's not really a proactive card either, and that's usually what Rogue wants to do. And this card just doesn't fit in that kind of game plan at all. I just don't think as Rogue you want to be wasting 3 mana on just getting 2 1/1s, so I'll be giving this card 1 star. And then the next card we have is the Neverset Weaponsmith, a 4 mana 5/4 Battlecry. Get a random weapon from another class, combo, give it +2 attack. So for a 4-drop, solid stats, right? 5/4, you get another card. And then you have maybe an upside on top of that. So that's a lot in one card, but still, it doesn't feel that strong. Like, yeah, a 5/4, it's not really what wins games on turn 4 or anything. You get a random weapon. And I feel like the average weapon isn't that great, right? Not too many weapons are being played in the meta, so you get basically a subpar card. And then, well, yeah, combo does give it +2 attack, which can be nice, especially if you high roll like a Doomhammer. You don't want to be playing a card like this for the weapon buff, right? Because you need that weapon as early as possible. And then, yeah, what other rogue deck do you want to be playing this in? It feels like there's just better stuff to do at turn 4. But still, yeah, it is a weapon with maybe the +2 attack. So I think I'll be giving this barely 2 stars. And then the last card we have is Opu the Unseen. 6 mana, 6/4 Battlecry, combo, and Death Rattle. Cast Fan of Knives. So yeah, get ready for a lot of puns with fan, such as I'm a big fan of this, or this is a fantastic card. But yeah, I'm not really sure this is a fantastic card though, because yeah, it is 6 mana to then get a Fan of Knives, which yeah, is okay, but yeah, generally you don't really play it unless you also play a spell damage. But yeah, for 6 mana it can also be maybe a little bit difficult to combo always. And yeah, without the combo, it feels really, really weak. Like, it is AoE for a Rogue, and then Rogue doesn't have too much of it. But it feels like just expensive cards like this, they just don't really fit in Rogue too well. There's just better cards to play. It's not quite amazing at yeah, the AoE damage you do. And then yeah, you draw a card, which is nice, but let's be honest, Rogue is not really lacking in card roll. But still, maybe there's gonna be some combos with the Fan of Knives. It's still AoE, it works well with spell damage, draws a budget card, so I'll be giving this card 2 stars. And these are all the Rogue cards, and yeah, as you saw, I think the quest is going to be pretty strong with the supporting card. It looks pretty interesting, even if maybe it isn't as strong as I'm rating it right now. And the other cards, yeah, I'm not I'm not too convinced about the other cards Rogue got this set. They feel pretty weak so far. Anyway, what do you think about them? Please let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe. It helps me out a lot. Thanks for watching, and until next time.